Hey everybody, what's going on? This is Merm, and today I'm doing I've tried to make this video about 13 times. I'm not even joking about that, literally 13 times. And Shadowplay has been terrible for me. This is really one of the first times I've ever actually recording on PC. And Shadowplay has been terrible, and I hate recording with OBS because it's also terrible. But I'm doing that right now because I have to, because Shadowplay sucks. Every time I record this video, not only is the audio quality on my microphone god awful, but at the same time it doesn't even load, it doesn't even like finish compiling the video or whatever it's doing. Like with OBS, the video instantly pops up in the little place where you would go to, actually get the video. Where in Shadowplay, some reason it like compiles it or something. I don't know what it does, but it like loads the video slowly at a time in order for you to view it, and sometimes it won't work. Actually, almost every time it just stops working for some reason. So I'll have to see what's up with that. But let's get into the video and stop wasting your time. Today I'm starting a series today where I'm going to be comparing Fallout 4 systems and compare them to the systems that were in either Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3 or both. And basically talking the positives, the negatives, what they can improve, what they did improve, and what to do in the future. Basically I'm doing this for a few reasons. The number one reason is because I think that a lot of people are kissing Fallout 4's ass just because it's a Bethesda game when it really doesn't deserve it in some aspects at least. I like Fallout 4 a lot, but I think there are so many problems that people are just kind of dismissing and being like, well, it's Bethesda though, and it's a Fallout game though, and I never even played the previous Fallout games, but hey, I'll play this one and pretend like I did, and stuff like that. It's just kind of frustrating where it's like, the systems were done so much, some of them at least, were done so much better in Fallout New Vegas or Fallout 3, and they're either literally not even there, where in the case of, if you look at something like the different ammo types is literally not even there in Fallout 4, or if you look at something like the food crafting, it's so bad in Fallout 4 that it's even hard to think how someone could think this was a good thing to put into the game. So let's just move on and start talking about the weapon modding. The weapon modding is a toss-up for me in a couple of ways. I think they improved on it, and now that there's more to do, more to actually put on versus Fallout New Vegas. Obviously, if you didn't know, you could actually mod guns in Fallout New Vegas. This is not the standard laser pistol. However, there are so many negatives that outweigh it that I can't call it a universal positive. And what am I talking about the negatives? Well, number one, you actually need to invest points into either gun nut, science, or blacksmith. Well, let's just instead of having to list all three every time, let's just say science. We'll just use that. You either need to invest points into one of those perks to actually start upgrading your weapon, in an actual way that will help you. Yeah, you can do some really basic upgrades without it, but that does not help, and that's only on the shittier guns. So why is that a problem? Well, number one, they're basically forcing you to put points into those perks, and you might say, well, no, you're not. You can buy the perks, or you can buy the mods at the stores, or you can buy weapons at the stores and then demod them and put them on your other gun. This is true, however, you're never going to actually find what you're looking for if what you're doing is buying mods from stores or picking them up off dead enemies. You're never going to find the ones you're looking for, within a timely manner. By the end of the game, when you're almost done, you might find that, that finally I found that advanced receiver that was useful to me 20 hours ago. I finally found it off this one dead enemy. Now all I need is my night vision scope, and it's like you're never going to find what you want if you're just picking it up off dead enemies, and that's just the truth of it. And and then your gun's not going to be on a competitive level. Also, I think they used it as a sort of a replacement for a variety of weapons sort of thing, where they felt like, well, you could mod your weapons, so then we just need a very basic set of weapons, and then you can mod them, and that counts as more weapons. It's like, that's not really, it's kind of like the I don't know what I'm trying to say here, but it's not really an excuse to make a shitty variety of weapons just because you can do some basic modding to them to make them different. If you see what I'm getting at, like, think about it. You have one hunting rifle in Fallout 4, one bolt action rifle. I could list you 12 bolt action or lever action rifles in Fallout New Vegas, and it's like, I really just think they used it as a laziness. You got one short assault rifle, or even if you want to include both, you have a short assault rifle and a combat rifle. I could list you 15 guns that are like that in Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 3. So I just think it's a pretty big issue for me, if I'm being honest. There's such a small variety of weapons that it's like, what were you thinking when you were doing this? So basically, what are the main reasons I dislike the modding system? Number one, basically the points are useless. the actual things you're upgrading. It's like, oh wait, I wasted this perk so I can get an extra 3 damage on my gun. Where in this game, the mods were actually useful to you. They were interesting and unique, which is another big problem. All the mods are just so bland and generic in Fallout 4, except for obviously the ones that you need, like the sights and suppressors and stuff like that. But in this game, they actually had a couple of unique ones. Also, there's the unarmed and melee weapons are severely there's barely any mods for those weapons. There's 2 mods for the power fist. It's crazy. It's like criminal. Like literally, it's so bad. And the fact that you have to basically you're forced to put points into it. And I know I know these points might not be explained as much as I want, but I'm trying to get through this as quickly as possible. So sorry if I'm not articulating every point as well as I could. I'm trying my best here in a good time limit. And also, I've made this video 15 times, and I'm just tired of making it, if I'm being honest here. Next point, ammo. They basically took the ammo system completely out of the game. If you want to know more about the ammo system, go look it up on the wiki. I beg you, if you have never used the ammo system in a Fallout game. Well, Fallout New Vegas is the only one that had it, I think. Maybe Fallout... No, I'm pretty sure Fallout New Vegas had it. Is the only one. But you basically have all different types of ammo. Like, for example, in Fallout 4, you have a shotgun shell, and that's the only ammo you can use in your shotgun. In New Vegas, you had stuff like... You had... let's look down here. First of all, you can create ammo, which you can't do in Fallout 4. But look, you can get slugs, coin shot, magnum, regular. You can also get rubber, flechette, beanbag, and they all have different uses. For example, beanbag has a higher chance to cripple, or not a higher chance, but it does higher damage to limbs. And slugs are obviously useful at longer ranges, and stuff like that. They all have their uses, and I mean, like I said, go look it up on the wiki if you want more information. I'm trying to keep this as quick as possible. Basically, the main point is, why did they take it out of the game? And it's another thing that I'm chalking up to laziness, if I'm being honest. I really think they were lazy on this one. The groundwork was already laid for the system. There was really no reason that they shouldn't have at least just copy and pasted the system into Fallout 4. What they really should have done was actually improved on the system and made it better. But at the very least, just put it in the game. They literally took it completely out of the game, which is ludicrous in my mind. It's unbelievable they would do something like that. Here you can, boom, you can create ammo here, stuff like that. Also, let's move on. Well, that's pretty much the ammo. Next, we're going to move on to the food crafting and the armor crafting. These are going to be our last 2 topics. I'm going through this really quickly, as quick as I can. I apologize if it's too fast or if I'm not getting my point across as well as I should, but here we go. Basically, food crafting is actually a huge downgrade from Fallout New Vegas. Yeah, it wasn't in Fallout 3, I don't think. No, it wasn't. In Fallout New Vegas, however, go look on, once again, this is another thing, go look on the wiki, look up food crafting on the wiki for Fallout New Vegas, and your mind will be blown if you've never used it in this game, but it's very good. All of it's really good. And yeah, you got to use the survival skill to get it, where you don't really have to do that in Fallout 4. However, I think it's worth it because they're unique, they're interesting, and stuff like that, where in Fallout 4, it's all just cooked meat. It's all boring. And the survival skill actually also lets you access the gecko armor, which is really the only armor modding kind of thing they have in this game. But like I said, food crafting is just so much better in this game versus Fallout 4. Once again, it's another thing. What's like laziness. 90% of the foods you can cook in the game are just cooked meat. In this game, you can use different items like coffee mugs and pitchers and stuff like that, and actually create cool and interesting recipes to use that all have different bonuses and stuff like that. Finally, armor crafting. Yeah, the only armor you can really craft in this game is that gecko armor. But once again, I wish they had done something like that in Fallout 4. Why not give me some different, cool types of armor to craft in Fallout 4? Basically, all you did was take the basics armors and make them craftable. And yeah, it's an improvement, but it's still nothing there. And it actually has some detriments in the way that it's like, with the single piece armors are not useful at all. You can have no points into the armor or perk and still make, if you just put a ballistic weave level 1 onto it, you can automatically pretty much make a better armor than any single piece armor in the entire game. So what is ever the point of using the single piece armor if you can literally invest no points into a skill and still make a better armor than it with the ballistic weave thing? So that's a huge problem for me. Also, I mean, there's, I don't know, it's just lacking in a lot of ways, but yes, I guess you could call it an improvement if you really want to. I see it as a mixed bag, but still an improvement. So those are pretty much the main things I want to talk about in this video. I know it's over 10 minutes, but there's so much to talk about. It's 4 things. I could devote a whole video to each one of these topics, but I'm trying to get it out of the way as quickly as possible. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry for my rambling and my maybe possibly not well articulated points. I think I said it early in the video, but I'll say it again just to reinforce my agenda here. My agenda, Jesus Christ. I like Fallout 4 a lot. I just want to improve the game, and that's really the end of the story here. I think that some of these problems should be noted, and that's pretty much the end of it. In my future videos, there'll be more riveting gameplay, but I couldn't really do much simply because I had to sit here and talk about crafting, so I had to show you stuff like that, or the weapon mods, stuff like that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think of the crafting system in Fallout 4, and hopefully I can figure out the Shadowplay stuff. Peace out.